I need to show you a film.
A film?
Well, it's a short feature film.
Right.
Which I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. Anyway, I'm hitting X.
It feels counterintuitive.
It's on YouTube. It's atrocious. So I can play as either.
Yeah, you can play as either, yeah.
And then it's made in Glasgow and it's just painfully bad. I'll need to show you one time. Maybe we could make a video on it actually because it's like hilariously bad.
We'll do that for 200 subscribers.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Get sobbing.
I will get around to uploading the 100 subscriber video at some point. It's just can be us sitting through the movie that we were fucking ripping apart.
Aye.
Again, just to record it.
I will. I'll
You know what I mean? I've done the audio.
Yeah.
No, but you'd need to record it with a recorder. And if you don't record it with... No, I would just download it from YubTub.
Or
But then you need to put it together because periodically all the ads come through it. So I was going to cut that shit out.
Well, yeah, I'd do that. But that's what I'm saying. That'd be easier to do that. Oh, that's right. It's it's the map to the Grand Line.
Yep. Nami, the line bitch. I saw a thing that said that the guy who wrote it, whose name we've not bothered or asked to look up.
We've got our phones sitting there.
I'm not even playing it. I refuse. He said that if they do it live action, that none of the crew can get romantically involved with each other. He said that's a specific condition of his pirate crew. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. How come? Well, because none of them have a romantic relationship at all.
Right.
In the series, and he just wants that to be a thing. He doesn't want it undermined by that the sort of element of they're pumping each other.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough pure fan service, you know what I mean? Of every character in this shagging every other character. Last thing you need is a live action version for people to besmirch. Although I saw somebody on Facebook post a page that was 4 screenshots going, I think I've downloaded the wrong One Piece. And it's basically porn stars done up as Nami.
Right.
You're fuck's sake. But you know what I mean, they'll make porn out of anything.
What's the rule 40 or something? If you can imagine it, there's porn of it.
Aye.
Isn't that a thing?
It's like Sonic. There's Sonic fan fiction. There's
there
Sonic shagging Samus. Fan fiction.
I'm sure there is.
Okay, just mash that together.
A few of the comic book pages and stuff I'm on, well, for artists, people a guy put on one and it was just a pure god awful drawing, our boobs were bigger than the rest of our body combined and all that. And it was commissions open, and I was just no, just no. Normally you try and be diplomatic and stuff and not get away, but I was just no, just stop what you're doing.
No.
Uh-oh. I came up with quite an offensive joke the other day.
Alright.
Well, it was how many Asians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Right.
2. 1 to screw it in, and the other to blow you up.
It's trash.
That's what
I could say it's not funny. Because a match made in heaven.
Does Buggy laugh?
Aye.
Does he have a Joker-esque laugh?
No.
No.
But he's got a unique kind of laugh.
Aye.
In fact, Zorro's probably a good character to pick for this. Appropriate.
So, is this how it goes in the story?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, look, see, he's got the chop for it.
Aye.
So Zorro can't cut him.
Aye, but is he in a cage or whatever?
Yeah.
Right, cool.
See, the devil fruit, I don't know if I covered it in the first episode, it basically curses you, so you can't go in the water. In fact, just a like splash of seawater, like basically takes them out.
Really?
And to this day, it's fucking humiliating, like how OP Luffy is, and like somebody will drop a bucket of like seawater on him, and he's just fucked, like he's completely out of the game.
But he's a pirate as well.
But well, exactly.
Oh.
Or just die, just battle start.
Right.
But yeah, but it's the same for all of them. But it's just for Luffy, obviously, because you follow Luffy. For Luffy in particular, it's just ridiculous. When you see like some of the forms he takes on, and you're like that, he's pure like the size of a house. Oh, that was cool.
I didn't mean to do that. I was just testing the buttons.
Alright, so circles like to do your special move. And so see where there's like well, I'll hopefully explain it to you. Capture territory.
Yeah.
As well. That's when you start getting. Oh, that's cool. He had like 2 heads there. That's when you start getting your own crew kind of helping out.
Yeah.
And they'll start, like, if you take out bases, they'll start popping out of the bases. But none of that really matters at this point, because you're like, let's say, you're so powerful.
Yeah.
You can basically just destroy everything. Yeah. Which, I mean, we could, I don't know, restart, but I refuse to do that at this point. I feel I've put in the hours to deserve to just tear through this game.
Yeah, if you feel like it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if you want to watch somebody who play through it, like, free scratch, you're more than welcome. But it's like, there'll be a lot less fancy showboating going on. Oh. Purgatory Onigiri, oh, that's cool.
So how many, like, fruit guys are there?
Oh, infinite. There's too many to count.
Oh, okay, like loads and loads and loads.
Yeah, like the latest movie had the Sing fruit or something, where she like sings and can put you into a dream state.
Aye.
Yeah, just the new. She's just the new villain of the week. It is a bit Power Rangery, I would say. One Piece now. And people go, no, it's like it's pure amazing. I was like, no, come on now. That last movie was just. I didn't enjoy for it. Didn't care for it. Stampede. Let's say Stampede was excellent. Oh, because it was too long. It was 2 hours. There was no tension.
Mm-hmm.
Like Luffy got taken out early doors. Well, in fact, they all got put into the dream world. So you kind of feel like, all right, well, this is a different situation at least.
Oh, I thought I captured this.
And then Luffy basically, well, not just Luffy, but all of them are kind of stuck in the dream world.
Yeah.
Big boss comes. Luffy goes fucking 5th gear on him.
Yeah, what's this 5th gear thing? Is that like Super Duper Super Saiyan 3?
Yeah, it's their equivalent. It's One Piece's equivalent of Super Saiyan. And there are other things Luffy can do, like he's got the Conqueror's Haki, it's called. It hits, too late. I was going to say hit circle and you can just fuck those guys up. There you go. But
what's like the scale of powers? Because I mean, I saw something recently and it was like how long would X character survive against Luffy, and they were like Goku would survive the longest. I'm like, Goku would smash him surely, but then I don't know enough about One Piece, and I'm going, oh really? Is that what we're dealing with? Like,
yeah, they've got god levels of strength. They are ridiculous, some of them. I can't see how Luffy's going to beat Goku, to be honest. Like Luffy. But don't get me wrong, they're all moving at pure ridiculous speeds and stuff now.
Aye.
And Luffy upgrades his whole power, so he's not just stretchy. He actually becomes like I can't remember what they call it. It covers it later in the story. It's basically like his skin turns black,
right?
So he's actually like toughened, if you know what I mean. So he's like defensively stronger rather than just being a big rubbery guy. But 5th gear, like, he's just... I'll throw up a wee picture of 5th gear. He's just huge. He's just pure, like, all huge, and he's all black, and... he's just ridiculous. And I think he's got 6th gear now. I don't know. You did something with the thing, mate. You've like somehow made the map a bit too close for my liking.
I don't know. How did I do that?
Select? I don't know. Maybe it was one of the directional buttons. Just circle your way through the captains, because the captains are a bit tougher.
What?
Skadoosh. Also, I think most of my guys... That's it, that's what we want. Alright, so you want to go where the question mark is, so another route opened up.
Where are you going?
Oh, you did it again.
Why does it keep doing that?
It's because you're hitting something. There you go. Alright, so you got a few options. Is this like Hyrule?
Aye, this is just
It's exactly the same?
Yeah.
Aye, okay.
But I like that though, I mean, I like that game.
Yeah, you just cut through like hundreds of enemies.
Aye. But I like it when the objectives you need to like capture stuff, and I like it when you need to sort of like go around and kind of like defend it. Like depending on the story, I like when like now like some new character enters the fray and you need to go like defend against them.
Aye, well exactly, aye. And when you get later on in the game, you can swap characters.
Yeah.
So you'll have more than one to build up the gauge.
Yeah.
And then I mean it's always the same idea when you use your kind of super attack in this game. But at least earlier on there was a bit of strategy, because you had to be conservative, you know what I mean, when you used your specials. Let's say the problem now is that I'm so like highly leveled with all my characters that you do just kind of tear straight through it. So you're not Zoro at this point in time. This is like Zoro when he's pure lost an eye and all sorts, and he's like fucking OP.
Oh, I didn't even know. Yeah, of course he's.
He's not in the right costume.
So I take it that happens later.
It happens after. Let's say what One Piece did well was having that time skip element in it. Because there's now potentially a period they could go back to and be this is what happened, you know. And instead by covering it and just sort of skipping straight through it, it is cool. It left an element of mystery, and basically everyone had leveled up. So you got to explore, well, how much have they leveled up?
Time skips can be a good thing and a bad thing.
Aye.
Final Fantasy 15 had one of the most awkward time skips ever, because it sort of like just jumps ahead 10 years, and it's really weird. Because the main character basically just sits in a tower for like 10 years and you're like, what? I don't get it. Oh. Got it. She said
I see. That's Alvida.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now I think there's something about her fruit, that she ate the beauty fruit. I think she was an ugly cow, and then she ate the beauty fruit, and now she's up your stunner. And it's like, I kind of was like, why is she a munter in the series?
Oh, is she?
Well, you saw her in the first episode.
Which one was she?
She's the one swinging the hammer. So they've race swapped her, which is fair enough. I mean, whatever. There's not really enough diversity. Everybody in One Piece is pretty much. I know what you're saying. Like,
well, no, they're meant to be.
Zoro was meant to be the only Japanese character anyway.
It might be from all over.
Yeah. Well, not that it matters. It's a fictional pirate-based society. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure, but
don't get too fucking hung up on where everybody's fake.
Why? But if that's part of her backstory that she ate some like fruit.
The beauty fruit. Yeah, I'm sure that's the case. So I'm like, why did you pick? And they'll be like, oh, she is beautiful.
Sure.
Maybe there's something I don't know about.
Don't give me that shit.
But something.
I see it well.
I wasn't having any wet dreams about that, bud.
Everyone else, I've recognised at a glance, and I did not recognise her. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Let's get it over.
Can you call me a crewmate? such good voice acting.
Yeah, I like the Japanese voices. That's the thing though, as well, is because that might mean I need to watch it subtitled. Because
I think you definitely would.
If it's what you get used to. It's kind of what you see first. So if I see the,
I don't think the dub. Exactly. They're trying to take your bases away from you.
Good luck.
Exactly. I mean, I've not watched it up to date, but I'm almost positive that it's not up to date in terms of the DVDs. So if there is a dub, I don't think it's up to date. And certainly, having watched some of the dub, it's not very good.
Aye.
It's certainly nothing.
Who does it? Is it Funimation?
I think so. Aye.
Funimation are actually. I was really surprised because people say they're very hit and miss, and I only really know them from Dragon Ball, and that's like my sort of more. Like, that's the definitive one for me now, actually, is like the Funimation voices.
Kill that pirate captain on the south end.
That's what I'm used to.
Before he tries to steal your base. Well, it's like Dragon Ball Z, I think most people would be familiar with the English.
Aye.
Whereas One Piece had a pure weird run. And then...
because it was on Toonami. One Piece for a wee while, like Cartoon Network way back in the day. So that's when I saw a handful of episodes way back.
Yeah, same.
So I remember the chef guy and stuff. I think he was fighting like some giant shark man thing.
Exactly. The fish man.
So I don't know how. What's what I'm looking for? Like when it came out over here, like or in the States and what have you. So like I don't know how if the dub's like up to date or if it's years behind or if some of it's not even being dubbed and.
I say, man. I'll throw up the facts later on, but it's. It was one of those where I definitely feel that it's not like, just put it this way, it's not like Super where you're getting like it's on TV. You could watch like fucking. It's almost like I want to say like ITV. You can watch like the terrestrial TV.
Or like BBC or something.
Yeah, and you can get Dragon Ball Super.
Have they finished the dub yet?
The dub.
In
of
English.
Super.
Of Super, is it fully dubbed yet? Because when the Broly movie came out, it was not. But then again, now I'm saying that out loud, I'm like, that was like, God, was that like 2 years ago?
Yeah, have you not seen the Tournament of Power?
I have, yeah. No, I watched the whole thing, but I watched it in Japanese.
Yeah, I was going to say. So, that's all been done.
I haven't seen it dubbed, so like when I watch it again, I'll watch it dubbed.
There are some edits that removed some violence, but on the DVDs, I'm sure it's all remains.
I don't understand that at all, because they've added swearing, so why would they need to take out violence?
Because one is acceptable, and the other isn't. Can have your children online shooting each other, literally murdering like their classmates, but they can't say.
They can't use dirty words.
Exactly, you can't say fuck while you're doing it. God forbid. Think of the children.
Somebody think of the children. When Canada. Who you speak to, you wee clown?
There was a wee Spider-Man USB, like on Facebook, and they did the mad. It was like a USB stick, so it opened,
okay, cool.
So it looks like one of the Canadians in South Park. And he's like, "Hey, you killed my Uncle Ben, buddy."
Yeah. Why did was it Terence or Philip that got really fat? Why did that happen?
I can't remember. Because they split up.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They come back
and one of them, they did like a pure comeback tour, and he just let himself go.
Yeah.
That's just really funny. It's just visually like a funny way to do it. And the thing, I can't mind who wrote. It was basically one of them wrote all the jokes.
Yeah, and then the other one.
The other one was just a performer.
Uh-huh.
But they admitted like, oh, I'm nothing without the other kind of thing, Got a bunch of treasure. You love a bunch of treasure. That's my treasure.
You should get pigtails, look.
Aye. I know, you'll see the live action version. I like the live action version. I can't mind the actor's name, but I thought he was really good. He captures the sort of anime faces and stuff like that. And because he's got a detachable body, they use the trick of like putting him in tables and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just cut a hole through a table and have him like that. And I'm like, It's cheap, but it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It does the job. Remember Tony Harrison from the Mighty Bush? Yeah,
exactly.
He was on the Shaman Council.
He was always under a chair or whatever.
This is not right.
It
was just like a pink little head thing.
Aye. And quite right too. You know what I mean?
The Mighty Bush was hilarious. Didn't they take it off Netflix because like they said Spirit of Jazz was like racist or something?
Spirit of Jazz was racist?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Oh.
He wasn't the only one. Old Greg.
Well, I suppose actually come to think of it, Old Greg, wasn't he like a transsexual or something?
Yeah.
Which is, again, that's like kind of not...
It's not acceptable.
Like you making fun of that type of stuff now. I was watching a thing about, it's actually really, really good, I recommend it. It's just called like The Insane Lore of Street Fighter, and I think he's done like Tekken and stuff as well.
Right.
And there's a character called Poison who started off in Final Fight, but Final Fight and Street Fighter are in the same universe.
Oh, okay.
And a few others like Rival Schools I think is in there as well. So anyway, character called Poison started off as a dude who dresses as a woman, but like now they've sort of kind of just retconned it that now like no, it's just a woman because they don't want to. Back in the 90s, you could do stuff like that.
But back in the 90s, characters could have character.
Well, no, I just mean like back in the 90s, it was like a sort of making like, oh, what a weirdo! Oh, this guy thinks he's a lassie. What a weirdo! Like kind of making fun of him. Whereas now it's kind of like not acceptable.
You can do what you like.
Say stuff like that.
You have the right to live however you kind of want to.
What Birdo? Birdo from Mario.
Oh yeah.
The pink.
That used to be a guy or something, was it not?
In the original it said Birdo, he thinks he's a girl or something like that. But now they've just kind of retconned it to like, no, Birdo's just a lassie, like we talk about. She shoots eggs and stuff, so I don't know. What even is Birdo? Because some people say it's a female Yoshi, and it's like, no, because Yoshis are Yoshis. Birdo's like a completely different species.
Oh. I thought you were going for the double there.
I was trying, but he hit me.
He was just looking for a fight. He was just like, shut it, mate.
That's fun. Buggy balls.
Like previously the buggy balls would appear wrecked your noise.
Were they actually like really annoying the first time?
You did have to kind of avoid them, and like you're finding now, like the base commanders can be quite tough for your guys, but because you can tear through them like a hot knife through butter, they're just pure minor inconveniences. And once you've stacked the board like this, you're kind of like just tearing it up. Pirate captains are pure running towards your base, and you're just like that. No, where do you think you're going? It's like time to die. There you go.
There's see the Gibdos, like the mummy things.
Oh yeah.
And Hyrule Warriors, they're crazy annoying because they sort of like Red Dead will sort of scream at you and like freeze you. They do it like that, but it's like it sort of shoots like a kind of like beam for the shout. And it's really annoying if it hits you because you're like stunned and it's really irritating. There was only like one. Actually, no, there was a couple of characters they made up for Hyrule Warriors. There's a guy called Volga, which I think is quite cool because like imagine if Volvagia, the dragon, was like a sort of knight dude.
Guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty cool. And
is it a baddie?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's some sorcerer lassie. Is like the main villain, I think. She sort of opens up all the like people from different timelines and what have you. Because it's like Darunia and Ruto and everybody. I don't think it's meant to be any specific Link. I think it's like a new Link, but it's the Ruto from like Ocarina.
That's cool.
For example, so I like the story. I'm pretty sure it's like as non-canon as it gets, but it kind of shouldn't, because there's a lot of fun theories, but it sort of fixes the timeline. Because it's like 3 different branches of the timeline. It's like Hyrule Warriors happens, and then it brings them all together. Type of thing.
That's cool.
Well, yeah, well, that can be your head canon.
The music in this was pure jamming as well, man. Like the opening theme is just a pure tune, and when you're getting towards the final fights, you've got it as well. I don't know if it appears in like the anime, I don't think so. I think it's just an original track.
The Warriors games always have amazing music. There's a sort of heavy metal cover of just the Hyrule Hyrule Field, like the main, it's amazing. And you could
that one.
No, isn't that Pokemon or something like that?
That is Pokemon. Sorry.
No,
that one.
No, that is Hyrule Field. No, it's like the main Zelda theme is the.
Oh yeah, that one.
That one,
that would be cool as a rock.
And you can you might be able to do it in this. Actually, you can set what song plays on each level, like if you want, or you can leave it to default so it does what's meant to be played there, but you can just set
you can
that
jukebox it.
So I would just play that for like every level, and I just have it on repeat.
Sonic Frontiers sort of introduced that after the game was released, because the in-game music was horrendous. It was just nothing.
Yeah.
Like really slow, sad piano music, and you're like,
a Sonic game.
Exactly.
Sonic games usually have. It's really good, even though it's like cheesy, like the sort of really cheesy, like pop punk kind.
It's what they call butt rock.
Butt rock.
Butt rock.
Yeah. I hadn't heard that expression.
It's I can't mind who it is who says it. It's Thingy from Ninja Sex Party. Him and Aaron call it fucking butt rock. Which is an accurate description.
Yeah, I quite like the term. Some types of music I call it McDonald's rock, because like McDonald's is shit, but every once in a while you can't help it but enjoy it. It's like that.
It is what it is.
3 of a Dead Man, I think, are McDonald's rock for me personally.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I think
you're not a huge fan. I must admit, I know what you're saying, because it's hard to kind of explain exactly why, because they've kind of had like a fair number of hits.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you would hear them on the radio and stuff like that. They're not. It's not intellectually scintillating, like in-depth, complicated lyrics and really meaningful when you need to give it some thought. It's just like, she's a bad girlfriend and you shit like that.
That's a great song.
That's a good song.
Hand to God break him.
What was the?
Just suckle him.
Alright. I've got no thing there.
But you're on finishing. So you done that.
Okay. What was that? No, what was that song? The lyrics up your head. It was like, the truth is I lied about everything. That song. You're like, shut up. None of that happened.
Here we go. I think this is Bazooka. It's my favourite finishing move. What a delivery! How good is that delivery? You know what I mean? He could have like reined it in, considering it's a computer game, but no, that Bazooka delivery is phenomenal. That's it. That's my favourite finishing move.
Does Buggy come back? Alright, good, because I kind of like the.
No one really dies in One Piece. That's my big problem with it. Apart one character, and I mean people go, but there's tons of people who die, but I'm like, no, come on.
Like important people that are given names.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, come on.
Henchmen die by the 1,000, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's like who in like Luffy's crew has died? No one.
I mean, I've got mixed feelings. It's like I don't like villains dying in their first appearance because it's like they have more potential.
Exactly. But if they come back for revenge and
whereas it does make it a bit sort of low stakes at times. Like I mean, just to use Batman again as an example. Tim Drake died, quote unquote, a wee while ago, and you're like, he'll be back. He's fine.
Okay.
The Penguin died a wee while ago, and I was like, even him, I was like, nah, he'll be
He'll
alright.
be back.
And he is. So yeah.
Let's say it's One Piece's biggest flaw. I feel is that it's the low stakes.
Mm.
Even Dragon Ball. I mean, Dragon Ball Z has the fucking reset button.
Yeah, but even then, there is caveats to it, as in, like, you
exactly.
can only wish back X, like once or.
Well, the Tournament of Power was a perfect example of look, the stakes can still be high. And I don't think anyone was really sitting there going, "Oh my god, like, are they really going to lose?" But it was dramatic tension, if nothing else.
I actually did think they were going to lose, but I thought, like Android 17 wishes them all to come back.
But if they all lost, how would they?
Well,
do you mean Jiren
or whoever would have made that wish?
Yeah.
I thought it would have worked like that. He'd have been, like that's how Goku would have kind of like saved the days. Like, even though he couldn't beat Jiren this time, he would have like changed his mind, and he's like, oh, maybe they're worth saving or something like that.
That maybe would have been a better ending. But I still like the way it ended.
I like it. I think it's cool how it was.
I like the Frieza redemption arc.
It's not though. That's what I like about it. Is it's not a redemption arc. It's
it's the Dragon Ball trope. It's
mutual
like
benefit arc. But that's the thing is,
villains become friends.
Yeah, exactly. But like, if they went the whole hog and made Frieza and Goku buddies, I'd be like, no, I reject.
No,
this.
exactly that.
But like, for the mutual benefit to win, I'm like, I could see that happen. Frieza showed up at the end of the Granola arc and just leveled everybody and just left. And
that was nice of him.
Any other character, I'd have been like, that's just terrible writing, but I actually was okay with it. I was like, Frieza would totally do that.
Yeah.
And it kind of saved that arc, to be honest, because it was.
Frieza's a pragmatist and an opportunist.
Yeah. The Granola arc is quite a mess, to be honest. It's a shame.
Oh well.
Yeah.